Hello ladies and gentlemen, HOLLOWTIDE here, and we've gotten some news about Gears of War, and no, this is not about E-Day, this is about Gears of War Reloaded. Now you're like, what is Gears of War Reloaded? It is actually the remaster of the original Gears of War game. And you might be saying, well, what's so great about that? You know, we've asked for like Gears of War remasters. We wanted a Master Chief Collection type of thing for Gears of War. What is actually going to be so special? You know, it comes with 4K, 60 FPS in campaign, 120 FPS in multiplayer, but the thing is, the real crazy selling point is that this Gears of War game will be on Xbox, on PC, and PlayStation. Yes, actually confirmed 100% coming to PlayStation. This is not a theory, this is not a leak, this is not a rumor. It's coming at some point in summer of this year for $40 on Xbox Series X, S, PC, and PS5. And that's just like kind of crazy to think about because we've heard rumors, we've heard leaks of, you know, Gears of War and other games coming to PlayStation that were Xbox exclusives. So now the rumor mill has started churning again. Paul Tassi of Forbes, you may know him from Destiny stuff, says Halo Infinite next. Can't even be surprised by these anymore. Now, I do kind of differ here. I think that it'll be the Master Chief Collection first. I think in like a continuity sense, it makes more sense to give PlayStation fans the beginning of the Halo series so that they can actually play it for like the first time, instead of just giving them Halo Infinite. Now, I eventually think that Infinite will come to PlayStation, and this kind of goes back to what we just talked about in a previous video about, you know, the amount of updates that Halo Infinite is getting and why the updates seem to be getting larger, and we're getting new weapons, and apparently Halo Infinite's dead, on life support, forgotten, moved on from. But if all that was the case, why are they putting so much effort into it right now? And we don't know if there's going to be a standalone Halo multiplayer game in the future or anything like that. Obviously, we're not super privy to what Halo Studios is doing. And while I think that exclusives in this day and age are bad for the consumer base, I do think that they had to pick and choose what franchise was going to come to PlayStation first. And it looks like Gears of War is going to be the one to break down that barrier. Now, something that I worry about is a lot of the community kind of fears for MCC because it hasn't received as many, if any, updates that are substantial in a long time. They talk about cheaters and things like that. So I would like to think that in the background, if this was going to happen, Halo Studios is working hard to make sure that whatever they need to do to ensure that PlayStation players will have the best first impression possible, they are doing. This honestly gets me excited. And I think that it's a good business decision for Microsoft, for the Xbox brand, and so on. I just think that there's a 0% chance that Halo will not be cross-platform. Even if it's not with MCC or with Infinite, the next game will be cross-platform. There's just too much money involved, too many players involved. I think people talk all the time about, you know, the numbers that PlayStation has sold compared to Xbox, and I think that by getting on PlayStation, you're opening up regions of the world that Xbox really has not had any type of following in. I mean, you get all of the Asian market, you get like more of Australia and stuff like that. The quality of life improvement for players in those regions would be literally astronomical, unquantifiable, especially if people start to like the Halo games. Now, this is all, I guess, kind of conspiracy theorist from me, but again, we've kind of known about the rumors about the Gears of War games, Forza, and Halo going to PlayStation in the future. I think that it's pretty much been the writing on the wall for a long time now, and I think that you should expect an announcement at some point for Halo to go cross-platform. Again, it might not be MCC, it might not be Halo Infinite. I do think that those games are actually going to go to PlayStation. That's my personal opinion. If I was in the boardroom with Microsoft executives in the C-suite, I'd be like, fellas, ladies, don't we want to make money? And they all say, of course I want to make money. I want to be very, very rich. And I would say, well, then why are we gatekeeping a franchise that's so legendary, that's so iconic from an entire platform, the larger platform at this point. Why wouldn't we want to get on there, sell some games, sell some cosmetics and stuff, help to fund whatever the future of the franchise is? And they would all say, well, yeah, for sure, blah, blah, blah. That's my rich people impression, in case you guys couldn't pick up on that. My rich person name would definitely be Theodore, just as a side note. But let me know in the comments how you guys feel. Is this, like, surprising to you? Like I said, we've talked about it before, but is this actually surprising that it's happening? Do you think Halo is going to go cross-platform, either with MCC, Infinite, or with the future Halo games? And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like. It greatly helps me out. My channel is dead, dying, dusted, wasted, old man unk status at this point, so anything that you guys can do, you know, in the comments, with the likes, with the subscriptions, it greatly helps me out. It keeps me going in these troubling times. And I will catch you all around the ring.